So get this. So you got the progressives is like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is. They're going into Congress now. So this is their first, and she uh, is letting everyone know what it's like to be a freshman congressperson coming in.
Wow.
The first thing that was interesting was that she couldn't afford to get an apartment until she actually started working because of how expensive it is to live in Washington, D.C., which it is. And she needed to pay first. She needed to get a paycheck before she could get a place. So that's really interesting. Here's something else. So she tweeted this out. She goes, right now, freshman members of Congress are at a, quote, bipartisan orientation with briefings on issues. So that's Republican and Democrat freshman congresspeople. They're having an orientation briefing. Invited panelists offer insights to inform new Congress members' views as they prepare to legislate. Well, that sounds good. That's right. They're going to help offer insights to inform the freshman Congress member. Number of corporate CEOs we've listened to here, 4. Number of labor leaders, zeros.
She's a critical thinker.
0. So she says this, our bipartisan, that's in quotes, our bipartisan congressional orientation is co-hosted by a corporate lobbyist group. Co-hosted. Other members have quietly expressed to me their concern that this wasn't told to us in advance. Lobbyists are here. Goldman Sachs is here. Where's labor? Where are the activists? Frontline community leaders? Where are they? Asks Ocasio-Cortez.
Wow.
So that's why we had her on the show. That's why we pushed her candidacy before anybody else. That's why we're excited she got elected. And why the hell did it take this long for someone like her to tell us what's going on? So we didn't know what was going on before. And now she goes, she's not bought by any of those corporate interests. She's only answerable to you because she doesn't take that money. She's also a little answerable to the Democratic Party. But look at this. So that's why she can do that. Why hasn't Nancy Pelosi ever made us think about that? Why hasn't Hakeem Jeffries ever made us think about that? Does this happen with every freshman class? I'm guessing yes. Rashida Tlaib said Gary Cohn, former CEO Goldman Sachs, is addressing new members of Congress today. Quote, this is a quote from him, the CEO of Goldman Sachs, former CEO of Goldman Sachs, CEO Gary Cohn says this, quote, you guys are way over your head. You don't know how the game is played, end quote. He's saying that, I guess, to the progressives. Rashida says, no, Gary, you don't know what's coming. A revolutionary Congress that puts people over profits. So it's worse than you thought. To me, it's worse than I thought. They actually have lobbying groups and bank CEOs greeting the incoming freshman Congress people, getting them in line. Isn't that wild? And that's under the guise of we're here as advocates of the people, helping to inform the new incoming members about our concerns. Well, really, if that's what this is about, why isn't there any community leaders there to meet the freshman Congress people? Why isn't there any labor leaders there? Oh, that's right, because this is one big capitalist gangbang. And Congress is nothing more than an appendage of the wealthy. And that's where we're at. And it took these two progressives to go to Congress to tell us about it. I wonder if they did that. I wonder if that happened before. I wonder if this is the first time this has ever happened. I'm guessing this has been happening since, I don't know, 1990. I wonder when this started. I wonder when they started doing that. So here's one more. I just wanted to show you this. This isn't exactly related, but Warren Gunnels tweeted this out. He says, the draft House rules on PAYGO and a supermajority on taxes are designed to set up roadblocks against Medicare for All, Green New Deal, College for All, universal child care, paid family and medical leave, a job guarantee, and housing for all. And that's being pushed by Nancy Pelosi, the Democrats. Nancy Pelosi, who never told us about this kind of stuff happening. Isn't that weird? You would think she's a fighter for the people. They would have told us all about this, and they would have. So that's why, remember that story? I don't know if you remember. I do. I brought up Catholic. They would tell us the story about Jesus going into the temple, and there are all the capitalists in there, the money chains. So he just took the tables and threw them all out. Get out! This is a house of worship. This isn't for making money, and he threw them all out. Do you remember that story, Steph?
Yes.
So you would think that's what Nancy Pelosi would be doing to those people coming in corrupting. So it's not Russians that are meeting with them. It's not Russia that greets the incoming freshmen and screws them over. No, it's actually corporations that are influencing our government against the people. It's not Russia. That is true. So you're telling me Russia didn't make 80% of workers live paycheck to paycheck? That's weird. I thought it was Russia. Russia didn't deny 30 million Americans health care. No, in fact, Russia gives everybody in their country health care. Isn't that weird? So it's really us. We're doing it to ourselves, and this is all a big, stupid smokescreen conspiracy? Yes. So that's great. That's thank you. I always get nervous, and I'm going to say Rashida Tlaib. I've heard it pronounced Tlaib. Is that how you pronounce that?
I'm not sure, but let's go with it for now. Tlaib?
So God bless the progressives in the Congress. Our next live Jimmy Dore show is February 1st in Burbank, California. Go to jimmydorcomedy.com for a list of all our live shows, and please become a premium member if you can. Become a patron. It's the way we support this show because they're coming at us, and we give you bonus. We give you hours of bonus material every week. Check it out. Become a patron. And if you can, make sure you're still subscribed. They unsubscribe people every day. I know it sounds crazy. It only takes a second. Please make sure and click that bell when you subscribe so they'll send you a notice when we drop a video. Thanks for your support.